Welcome to Country Kickback, where you'll hear the latest music from performers you already know and discover new music and artists from around the world. If you have an artist you'd like us to chat with, reach out to the team at countrykickback.com, or you can watch our live videos and more by following us on social media and YouTube. Here is your host, Danny Shaw, with the latest from Country Kickback.
Hello, welcome back for another night. Hey Kaz, thank you for jumping in. Yes, Aaron's joining us in a moment. He is waiting there. He jumped in with about 30 seconds to spare, so I'm just giving him a minute to catch his breath. What's everybody got planned this weekend? I had a couple of gigs lined up, but they have cancelled. I know that it's a bit hard for those of you that are in Victoria at the moment. So tell me, those of you that are going to shows, where you're going and what you're going to see. Well, we might welcome Aaron into the room and have a chat to him about his new single. Hello.
Hey, Danny, how are you?
I'm good. It feels like forever since we spoke to you. How long's it been?
It has been a while, I think. I think I spoke to you when I released my EP, which would have been in November last year, I think. So It has been a little while. I think I was only talking the other today, saying that it's been a year since I've released a single. It doesn't feel like that long, but I've released an EP and everything after that. But you know, for single-wise, it's been a year, so the time just goes too quick.
Is it a year since If You Were Mine?
Yeah. Yeah, I know. It's crazy to believe that, isn't it?
Yeah, that is crazy. I honestly wouldn't have that, actually. That just shows I'm older than I thought.
Yep.
Yeah. So what's been happening in the last, I don't know, 6-7 months?
You know what? Funnily enough, I've just been doing lots of writing and recording, to be honest. More so writing, because I got really busy there for you know, a good couple of years, that like doing shows and everything, and I was trying to write in between and do what I could and everything. But I mean, one good thing that's come out of COVID, for me anyway, is the fact that I've been able to slow down on the live shows and everything, and concentrate more on you know, doing the writing and recording. And have already started writing songs for my new EP that should be out hopefully early next year. And yeah, we've got a few more singles to come yet before then. And yeah, so just really concentrating on that, to be honest. It's been good for that. You know, it's given me time to do so. Yeah,
because I know a couple of times we've had your show, you've been so busy gigging and working that songwriting was sort of taking a bit of a back seat.
Yeah, which is unfortunate, because I love songwriting and everything, but I'm one of them people that has to be, you know, I have to be fully dedicated to it and in the mode. Like, I can't just sit down and say, you know what, I'm going to write a song, like, you know, randomly. I sort of have to really feel creative to do it. So yeah, and for that to happen, normally I have to have a little bit of time to myself to wind down and be able to put myself in that zone.
Yeah. Now, through COVID, I know you were releasing some songs usually on a Friday, wasn't it? You were releasing them instead of doing lives. That was a fantastic idea. How did it all go? We haven't seen one for a while. Yeah,
it's been a little while, mainly for the reason that we were just talking about. I've just been so busy writing and everything, but it was fun. It was good to be able to, you know, even if it was digitally, be able to perform for audiences and the people that were watching it. And people seemed to like it, and we had a few requests and everything coming for different songs that people wanted to hear. And so that was cool. I mean, it's obviously not the same as doing an actual face-to-face gig, but you know, that was the next best thing with what we had and everything during COVID. So it was good. I think, I mean, they may make a return at some point, depending how I go gig-wise, you know, because I've got a couple of things coming up in the pipeline, but I'm definitely not as busy as I was a couple of years ago. And a lot of that's just been, you know, COVID, and then sort of personal choice, being able to pull back and focus on the writing. So
yes, and I was going to touch base with this after your single chat, but you do have Country on Keppel coming up. That's what, a couple of weeks away?
It is, yeah. July 16th to 18th is when it's on, and I'm so stoked, Danny. I can't wait. It's. I was only talking to someone today saying that the last time I was on a plane was when I was 5 or 6, and I don't remember it, so it really doesn't count.
Wow.
So yeah, it's going to be the first time I'm flying interstate, so that's going to be an experience.
Wow, really? You obviously live in Tassie, because what option do we have?
Yeah, true. I mean, you've got to get on a plane to go anywhere, I suppose, to the mainland. But it'll be cool. I mean, it's going to be one of my first. Well, it will be my first show back really after COVID, like first guest spot, you know. So it's going to be good for that. And what better place than a tropical island where people are just coming to see the music and they're interested in the performers and everything else. So yeah, I'm excited.
You're going to suffer really badly, aren't you?
It sounds like it, doesn't it? It doesn't feel like work, you know, because in between
tropical island music.
Yeah, exactly. And then in between performances, you get to swim and, you know, go and have cocktails or catch up with people or eat. Like, it's going to be good.
You're going to have to wear thongs on stage. There'll be no boots this time.
I know. Yeah, and that's the thing. Like, I would love to be barefoot, but I know my manager would kill me if I did that. I might have to, maybe thongs might cut it. I'll see if that works.
Good luck. She's probably, I don't know, is she traveling back today from the Adam Brand tour? So she's probably cringing right now listening to you.
Yeah.
Now, let's chat about Midnight Train. What a great single. Tell us about writing this, and when did you write it? Was that recently?
Oh, first of all, thank you very much. It was recently. It was one of the most recent songs that I've written. It come to me, you know, I had no direction. The funny thing with this song, it's completely different to my previous songs. I just sat down. I felt creative. I felt like I needed to say something, but I didn't know what I wanted to write about. You know, I had no direction. I had no vision for this song whatsoever. So I sat down and started just playing chords, strumming on the guitar, you know, and then a melody started coming to my head, and following the melody, I started to write the first verse. And after a couple of lines of the first verse, I knew exactly what I wanted to say. I knew where the song was headed and what sort of vibe and everything it had and whatnot. So a little bit of a different way of writing for me. Normally I have some idea, but this time it was completely just letting the music speak to me. And I know that sounds really cheesy, but that's really what it was. You know, I was just had no direction, and all of a sudden I ended up with Midnight Train, and it follows the story of this girl who is like the puppet, I guess you could say, in this sense. Just she's like the metaphor, as in, I mean, there's so many people that don't dislike their job and you know, are disrespected by people they work with, their bosses and even customers, or, you know, whatever the scenario. And it follows the story of this girl and how she works in the bar and dislikes her job and isn't respected and whatnot. And to be able to escape that reality of having to go to work every day, I take her out on a date, and just to appreciate something as simple as watching a midnight train go by, and just being able to forget about that reality of work and, you know, working to survive and everything else. So yeah, that's basically what it was about.
It's beautiful. Have you had, I know it's not been long, it's been less than a week since you released, last Friday, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Have you had a lot of feedback so far?
I have, actually, and I mean, the feedback so far has been really positive, whether that's just, you know, people that think negatively towards it aren't saying anything, but I've actually had some really positive feedback about it, which is nice. I mean, it's cool to be able to write songs and have people appreciate them and like them in the same way that I do, you know, because I was and still am super proud of the song. And I mean, it's a little bit of a different sound and everything for me, just because it's working towards a new EP. It's a bit of a new era, you know what I mean? So I think I like to do my that. Yeah.
That was one of my points. I was going to say to you, it's a different sound for you, but it's a growing sound, I think. For you.
And that's a neat way of putting it. It definitely is a growing sound, because I'm one of them people. I listen to so many different types of music. I love everything, you know. Country music, I often explain it for me is like an umbrella, but there's all these different little subgenres under that umbrella that I like to dip my toes in as well, and you know, just create what I feel like creating at the time, and hopefully people like it. And this one is definitely a little more rock than what my previous ones have been. And it's sort of, you know, definitely got that American style country, Nashville, straight out of Nashville sort of vibe. And it's definitely reminiscent of the artists that I listen to, you know, as well. Like I said, I listen to a lot, but mostly I listen to that sort of country, you know, the modern, you know, like rock sort of country, Blake Shelton, Jason Aldean, like those sort of artist. So yeah, it's definitely reminiscent of that. And I didn't sit down and think I'm going to write a song in that style. You know, it's what happened, and the song's a product of that.
It just come out. Yep. I know that you do in your sets. You do cover a lot of that sort of music as well. So it's obviously comes naturally and it's comfortable for you.
Yeah, for sure, definitely. And I enjoy it. I enjoy singing it. So.
Have you got a chance to do this live anywhere yet? This song?
No, I don't think I have. Because I think even before it was released, sometimes I would, you know, with previous singles, I would sneak peek them at a gig or whatever. But I don't even think I had a chance to with Midnight Train. I'm certain I haven't. If I have, I've got a terrible memory.
I know that you usually do. You sneak them into your sets and you sort of get a feel to how people react. Did that make releasing this a little bit more scary, not having seen that?
A little bit, I definitely did. But at the same time, I was like, I'm so proud of this song, and I knew straight away when I heard it, you know, the finished product of it, what we'd come up with. I knew that it was something that I was going to be proud of and that hopefully people would relate to. But I mean, there's always those, you know, preempt nerves, and that's with every release. I think my first release, I was the most, you know, I was beside myself that day. But you sort of get the feel of it, and you get into a bit of a groove, and you know, I can't really say that each time gets easier because there always is those nerves of. For me, anyway, I just want people to like it. I hope that they like it, and that's where the nerves come in because I think, oh, you know, is it good enough? Have I written a good enough song? I hope people relate to this and everything.
You put so much time and effort into your songs and so much of yourself that you put so much pressure there, but they are always great.
Oh, thank you. I hope so. But that's my way of, you know, expressing myself too. I was only just saying in another interview the other day that, you know, I'm quite a reserved person. I don't really talk about feelings or anything. So my way to do that is to, you know, express myself through music. And I guess it's sort of a strange way because it's putting it out there for the world to hear when really in person, I don't want anyone to know about my problems.
Tell no one, and yet you just tell the world instead.
Yeah, exactly. It's sort of strange, isn't it?
It's very Aaron.
Exactly.
Kaz said 94 types of country music.
Pretty much, Kaz. That is exactly pretty much exactly what it's like. Yeah, and maybe 94 doesn't even cover it.
No. I always say it's the broadest genre, but people don't believe me until you start to go, well, that's actually country, or that's a country song.
Yeah.
No, that is. Jan's Hi.
Hi, Jan. How are you going? And that's one of the things too, you know, with country music. Like, I love traditional country music. Like, I listen to a lot of it, and even like bluegrass sort of stuff. But it sort of annoys me sometimes when people say that isn't country enough, or that, you know, that song doesn't sound country, just because it's such a big genre, you know, and everyone's got their own take. It might not be everyone's cup of tea, but, you know, it is what it is. And I sort of.
It's not they're wrong.
Yeah. Exactly. So, you know, I think it's just good to accept that everyone's different takes on what they like and, you know, everything about country music. And it's all under that big umbrella at the end of the day. We're all under there somewhere.
We are. That's for sure. Now, I know you're saying you've got more singles to come and an EP. What's your plan for the rest of 2021?
For the rest of 2021, I just want to finish writing the rest. I've got a lot of it written, but it's one of them things where, you know, I want to keep writing songs, and then, you know, a lot of things always change. Songs that I have now that I think will be included on the EP might not. You know, it just sort of depends on what material I come up with, and they get narrowed down and whatnot. So definitely more writing and recording. I've got more singles on the way as well before the EP's release, and there'll be video clips that follow that as well. Country on Keppel in July is going to be awesome. I can't wait for that, because one of my favourite parts of everything is being able to perform live, and that's going to be maybe one of my only chances this year to do it. So, yeah, I'm excited for that.
Cannot wait. I wish I could come. I was trying. It's not easy to get to Country on Keppel from here, so it would be good.
It's not exactly up the road, is it?
No, it's not. It's not a simple one to cover, but we will get there. It's fast becoming one of the big festivals that everyone's wanting to get to.
Yeah, definitely. And just the whole atmosphere of it and everything, you know, there's not many country music festivals on a tropical island, so it's going to be cool. I can't wait.
Exactly. And I know you were going to go last year, but COVID had that all changed and they had to do, all Queensland artists. So this year it's a great one because you're getting to do that with a lot of artists that were supposed to be on last year's lineup as well.
Yeah, and that's one of the cool things that I'm thankful for, is that they asked me to come back even though we couldn't do it last year. They've got me back this year. So, yeah, hopefully, fingers crossed, everything's going to go to plan and we'll be all guns blazing this year.
Absolutely. Now, I wanted to touch base with you. Merchandise, have you still got some available?
I do. Yeah, I still have merchandise. Stubby coolers I've got on my website. Yeah.
No, have you heard of this guy?
How's that for advertising?
Right next to me than you do. Hang on, give me a second.
I'll just have to get you to hold that up for the rest of the interview,
Okay, that's lucky I emptied the bottle. That's in your basket, but you do. Do you still
nice.
do it? I tried to put it, but I didn't do a very good job.
No, it looks cool, and it all still looks new. So yeah, they're the guitar, little guitars, but they're actually bottle openers. Very handy. Then I've got the stubby coolers and the hats, and I think
do you know the crazy thing? Right? I went to open my bottle before we went live, and I thought, I can't open it because I couldn't get it to turn. I had that sitting right there.
I know, because it doesn't really look like it, it is a bottle opener, but yep, it is.
It is, and yes.
And they work all right. I mean, I've tried them before as well, and they seem to work all right. But and they don't cost much either, so pretty handy.
Do you have one on your key ring? Do you have an Aaron Jurd key ring on your keys?
I know that sounds really lame, and I'm probably going to get, people are going to look down on me, but I do just because it's convenient, not because it's like, I'm promoting myself. Yeah, I'm not going around promoting myself. Look at this Aaron Jurd keyring. But it's just for the convenience of it, because sometimes you are somewhere, and I always have keys on me, traveling and everything. And sometimes, you just need that bottle opener, and it's right there on the keyring.
Right there. It's right there. This is why you got them made. Now,
exactly. It was for me, not for.
It was for you. Yeah. They are handy. I like them. EP, where can we get your EP?
Yeah, so the EPs.
I think. I'm sorry. I think that's in the car. I think it's in the car. I think.
No, that's cool. That's cool. I remember you did buy one, so no, it's okay. You're let off the hook. But they are available on my. What's that?
Yeah, you made me buy one. Yeah.
I was like, buy one or I'm not doing this interview.
This is how I get Aaron on the show. I buy his merch. Yeah.
But yeah, they are available on my website through iTunes and all of the other digital platforms as well. But yeah, if you did want a physical copy, they're just on my website, aaronjurd.com. And I'm still super proud of that EP. It took me so long to work on all of the material and everything to get it right. And it definitely, I was hoping that it was going to come sooner, but it's just I am such a perfectionist that I just wanted to make sure everything was right before I had it mastered and recorded and everything. So I'm super proud of that one. But yeah, now I'm sort of traveling down a different road. It's a different direction, another chapter, and more stories to come. But that was definitely the one, that EP sort of started everything for me. So
it did. Yeah, definitely. And I know that we're about to wrap up, but film clip for Midnight Train, are you still releasing one of those?
Yeah, I am. It came out on Tuesday. Country Town premiered it. Yeah, it came out on Tuesday. So yeah, that's probably, I've sort of like, they took it and premiered it, which I'm like insanely thankful for. So and I've still pushed it, a little bit on my socials and stuff as well. But the feedback I've had about that has been, positive as well, which is awesome. I worked with a videographer, Jeremy Manette of Eyes and Ears Creative on this one, and super cool guy, insanely talented, just had such an eye for the whole clip. I'm in love with the film clip and the whole vibe we got. I went to him with an idea and he captured it perfectly. And I got a couple of friends to play parts in this as well, which I love doing, just including people that I know and can have fun with and everything on the day. And yeah, it ended up turning out really cool. So if people have time and they want to check it out, it's on YouTube.
I actually haven't seen it. It didn't come up on my socials at all, but I also haven't looked at them very much the last few days. So tell us about the film clip and where you filmed it.
Yeah, so it's filmed at various locations throughout Newcastle and the Hunter Valley. And it basically just follows the same storyline as the song, where it follows the story of this girl working behind a bar and she dislikes her job, and you can see in the clip that she's being not respected by her peers and everything. And one way for us to be able to, for her to be able to escape that is for me to take her out, and then we go and watch the Midnight Train, and that's filmed out in the Hunter Valley. And it was cool actually, because we were sort of thinking, hopefully we can get a scene where the train, actually comes past, given the song's called Midnight Train, and you sort of have to feature a train. And we're sort of thinking, hopefully one comes past, and literally while we were only there for a couple of hours, and on the 10 minutes, a train went past, another one went past, another one. So it was good. We had plenty of opportunities to get the scene right. So that was cool.
See, I was expecting you to say not one went past. That is what I was expecting your luck to be. Train tracks and not one went past. Yeah.
Well, and I thought the same. I thought, knowing me, it'll be the one day the trains don't run or something, then I'll go there. But no, I was lucky. I lucked out that day, and we got to get some really cool scenes. And there was another scene in the bar where it's a bit of a performance scene, and we were filming that. And Denny, it was so bloody hot in that bar, and I had like a leather jacket similar to this on, because I wanted to look the part and everything. And I haven't said this in any other interviews, but it was so damn hot. We couldn't get the air conditioning working, and I had like sweat. You can see if you look close enough in the clip. I'll give you the heads up. You can see like sweat beating down, just because it was so hot. And after every take, I'm like wiping my face and trying to look like a drowned rat.
The movie stuck.
Yeah. But that was pretty cool. But it turned out good, so it was all worth it.
Well, I'm going to check that out when we're finished here. So we might actually pop that. I might share that off of your page if it's up there, and let everyone have a watch.
Yeah, awesome.
That'd be great. So before we go, I noticed that your page has grown crazily since I last seen you. If you haven't already, head over to Aaron Jurd and give it a like on Facebook. What's your Instagram?
Just Aaron Jurd Music.
Yep. Aaron Jurd Music on Instagram. Head over there and give him a like and follow, and have a listen to Midnight Train if you haven't already. Thank you so much for joining us, Aaron. It's always fun to have you.
Thanks so much for having me, Danny. I really appreciate it. It's always a pleasure catching up. I love it. So anytime you want me on, I'm always free. Done, definitely. Even if I do jump in at the last minute. Yeah. Oh, he's not coming tonight. No, you were coming. You messaged. Aaron's at work. He doesn't pick pretty much. Yeah. Oh, good. Now, guys, we will be back on Monday with who will we have? I cannot remember right now. Cassidy Ray. Cassidy Ray will join us on Monday because we rescheduled her from last week because she wasn't well. So she'll be back on Monday night at 6:30 my time. So keep an eye out on the page and give when I put the post up, you'll be able to click get reminder so you'll know what time it is. Thank you so much again, Aaron. We will see you again very soon for your next single. Thank you very much for having me. Have a good one, guys. See ya. See you later.
Thank you for listening. We hope you've enjoyed today's program. See you next time with the latest with Country Kickback.